and YouTube channel. So let's start with the earlier part of today. Stay on track here. My daughter's marching band, which everybody should know by now, is the oldest Canadian marching band, teen tour marching band in Canada. It's been in operation since 1947. Their trip to Europe has been a huge success. Today was D-Day for the 80th year. And so today would have been the day that they have gone to perform in France. And they've been doing these little videos, vlogs daily, and they have professional people helping, which I realized with all the stuff that I've done for Sarah in taking that trip, dealing with her high school band, winning provincial and then going on to nationals and then winning second place silver, and then taking the time to do band camp and meet other parents and teachers and stuff and watch them practice for the parade in Woodstock, all goes together. So the final footage or film or documentary that I use all that in will go together with what they're doing and sharing there. They have, however, not really posted a whole lot of pictures. So I'm kind of hoping my daughter has, taken the luxury of being able to take some pictures and enjoy pictures. I haven't even seen her spend any money. There's been just little blips of her here and there in pictures in the vlogs I've watched. I'm kind of disappointed because they all met me and they knew how much work I went to as a super exciting mom, like super cool, super active, right in there, mom. So I was hoping they would give her a little more. So each day, these kids take turns sharing stories about D-Day, about the lost soldiers, Canadians that have gone from here to there, that died there, and they talk about the soldiers they're honoring that they wear around their necks in dog tags. And in all these days so far, my daughter hasn't spoken about her lost soldier, and she's definitely able to speak and share some words. So I'm kind of hoping still while the trip goes on that there'll be a little more information, allowing more kids to share. They seem to be sort of stuck on the same handful of kids, and I think with all the kids that are there, they should be trying to promote and share as much of the kids as possible for these things. For some of them, there won't be any other trips, and others, there's been 3 or 4 tours of these things with the band. So far, things have gone really well. They've all done well, and I'm kind of hoping my daughter will learn to not be so frugal and use some of that money she has to buy something good, like a London sweater she could have gotten so far, or something from France, like keychains. That's what the money's for. I'm thinking of what's going to happen. I'm going to end up having to go back to those places with her and make her shop like a tourist and buy things with me. And the great thing about her going first is she can razz me the rest of her life for getting there first. And that when we go back, she'll be the one that's the expert in taking me around to all these places and what's going on. And the thing with today is that Justin Trudeau was there, Prince William was there, and I guess the heads of France in different areas were also there to honor and meet with what's left of the remaining living veterans of that era for World War II. A lot of lives were lost in Normandy, but we have a world that's changed and freedom due to all what was done for the world at that time. So I don't know if civil war that we're living in now in that civil sense is really civil, but I guess it's better than where it was before they did all that. So we have to be grateful for all those people who battled for us and gave lives to give us what we have now. So I'm super happy my daughter has been able to learn by visually being there, by reading and learning and going to these places. So I'm waiting for the next vlog that shows what they did today, what they played. I get to hear what it is and how they look when they're official and all that. And we'll get to find out in the next vlog whether Prince William and Justin and stuff talked and met with the band. So that'll be neat to know. So that was all really good for this morning. I got to sit in the outer area of the library and catch up on all the vlogs and stuff that they're doing. I didn't watch a 2-hour session of the whole thing. because I'm already a part of it with my life history and my family. Both my grandparents were World War II. My grandmother's married in a veterans cemetery in Winnipeg. I've written a beautiful piece of poem in place of the poppy poem that everybody reads every year, that I'm looking forward to getting known and read by people in my documentary, and putting all the stuff that she's now done there with today, and her time there with that documentary. So I'm super excited that the documentary's taken a new direction. Now it involves both my kids, because my oldest one, when she was around Sarah's age, 14, 15, was also playing the trumpet. I think it was the trumpet, or was it the saxophone? Boy, it was a while back. I have a video of her at my grandmother's cemetery with me, dressed in her a uniform when she was in a cadets, and she was going high up, like to become like an instructor. And she was with me playing music, visiting my grandmother. So it's good. And now the rest of it will be about travel video footage, back people I've known, and of the ones I've known that I don't have now, because we lost all of our stuff in those stupid storage wards kind of scenarios. We lost 2 pods, and the people that got our pods for non-payment, my mom didn't tell me in time, so there was no way I could cover what it had gone up to in that time. They didn't have the common sense to find personal things like the photo albums for the families, and know they're not worth anything to them, and offer them to those facilities to give back to us, when we had already messaged them, if you get personal things like photo albums, or ask them if they can find them to give them to us. So all that's gone. So this documentary now changes where I have to travel, meet people, find living relatives, find the people who've got pictures. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of that whole thing works out when I find a crew and camera and all that stuff to do that part. Now, for the afternoon part of today, what I did get done was the submission for the anthology of poetry that is written for the city of Vancouver, and for people who struggle with all of the things that go with basically life, whether it's domestic violence or intergenerational trauma, drugs, mental health, poverty, and the city of Vancouver. Yeah, because I'm doing a video. I'm trying to finish it and then go, and I can't do it out there. So at any rate, I got that done. The submission and the deadline is done. And I'm in the library, and like I said yesterday, you kind of have a quiet voice, and of course it's never quiet enough. And even though there's lots of noise on the main floor, it's always got to be about me. It's done. I don't know how I got it done. I can't stand Microsoft or Bill Gates. It's like moving forwards backwards, because I'm a Chromebook, and I even like a Google Pixel phone girl now. So they wanted Microsoft double space and dates and names on the bottom and page numbers and all that stuff. So hopefully it's good, and they will let me know if there's any little fixes, because I asked them to, that they need me to do. And it's all about supporting what is good about Vancouver, what we love and like about it. And so I'm proud that that's completed. So that's another thing off my bucket list to do. So all that's left now to finish proofreading the final draft of the Smallville movie. Then I have to copyright that. I have to send it into the Writers Guild of Canada as a finished draft, and then work with proofreader editor to do, profile and cover, front, back, and stuff. So I'm excited for the publication of the first book. It's really, really good. And then what's left after that? What did I say on my list of things to do before I can have some personal me time to celebrate all the work accomplishments? Oh yeah, 8 Mile 2. That'll be left. I got to page 49 of full sheets. So I'm like at the halfway point, next 50 pages full sheets on. And then those 3 projects will be done in that respect. And then we'll see what happens. I'm waiting to see where I can be performing coming up later this month, or even just in July. Because I have an obligation to keep. I said I was going to have a production piece shared in time for August, because I'm due with my report, so I can apply for more funding from the same place I've received funding for 2 years in a row. And I have like nothing prepared except for the piece I just submitted today. So that might be the way I have to go, just use that piece. and make a show out of that piece. So my obligations met again for this year, so I can move forward. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I might read that piece and share the cover letter and the personal story I wrote with that at some point. But I got to go now. Heading out. I'm tired. I don't like coming back and back to an old system of computers that I'm stuck dependent on because I'm in a nation where they are in that place still. But I have heard the word that the libraries are now going to be upgrading to newer computers soon. So salvation may be just ahead for me and my brain. But today I almost shaved my head. I need some groupies. I need a group of followers. I need, my own little disciples. I need an intern, an assistant to save my brain from these things that I don't want to have to go back in time and try to remember how to do when I have moved on to other things that makes it impossible to function within a system that is behind, where you have to constantly change your files over all the time to fit theirs, and then you have to fix what theirs have changed yours from when it was perfect into the things that are not perfect in switching it over to theirs again. So it's a lot of extra work. Whereas if everybody was on the same page as me in the programming world, we wouldn't have all that extra work, so people would have more time for themselves and their families, and less frustration, less gray hairs, heart attacks, strokes, and so on. And it would be a lot less expensive because we'd have a lot less time at work and a lot less people needing to be paid a lot less money and a lot less hours. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so Google Girl and Pixel Google Girl is signing out. I'm gonna head off home now, enjoy my evening while the sun's still up a little bit. And I learned how to use my 7-Eleven rewards points, which I've been collecting for years and never used. And I learned that you can buy something with your points, one purchase at a time on the same day, as many times as you want, to use all your points if you want. Whereas other places only allow you to buy one thing, I guess in a 24-hour period or something, and then come back. And so it's very good. And the pricing for the points and what you're getting, you can get whole hot dogs for 2,000 points. Today I got an actual slice of pizza, pepperoni, cheese, beef, and a medium Slurpee on the points and a dipping sauce. So I'm very happy, and I still have points. So I'm going to be using that and not spending so much anymore. And Jesus has been taking care of me food-wise. I don't have to be cooking, and I'm low on supplies. My paycheck tomorrow, literally, if I'm coming back from that trip, is like $51. 25 of that's got to go to the phone plan. And then I have to pay for my website, the .com, the actual .com itself, the website address needs to be renewed. And I've only got a few days left on that. And my security license is supposed to get renewed as well. So I don't know where the money's coming for that as well. So blah, 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 blah. But in 2 weeks from now, and so on, things should be turning around, and I'm looking forward to my local funds. So I'm now heading towards out, and I'm cutting out. Peace out. Thanks for watching me and my few extra minutes of rambles. Have a good day. Bye for now. Superwoman signing out. Think Charlie Baker, Smallville, and 8 Mile. Bye.